You are in for it. Okay, guys, hold on to your
toilets,
because we're about to get real deep up in this area. So today is really kind of a monumental day in the YouTube community, and I do consider myself a part of that community. We will be revealing the worst YouTuber of all time. This is a really big responsibility that I don't take lightly, so I really did a lot of research on this, and
bye-bye.
so first, let's talk about some of the runners-up. You know, some of the people that were considered, or the type of YouTubers that were considered for this. And the first type of YouTuber is what is known as the fill my pool with yogurt type of YouTuber, where it's like you see a thumbnail and they're making like a really expressive face with like a starburst in the background, like a glowing light in the background. And then they're like in front of they're photoshopped in front of their pool and they're like, ugh. And of course we got FaZe, the FaZe clan, I think they call themselves. And a big shout out to them. You know, if you want to put my channel on your channel.
Well, today I pretty much bought every single cool
They all yell like this.
gadget I've seen on TikTok, and we're gonna test them out to see if they're cool and if they're.
The problem with these type of guys, FaZe Rug, these kind of guys, is that the average viewer age of these kind of channels is like fetus. Like instead of, it used to be a thing where pregnant women would hold like classical music close to the baby, because it made the baby smart or something in the womb. That's probably fake, right? But now they don't do that anymore. They just hold up FaZe Rug videos to their stomach, to the fetus, because the baby somehow knows about FaZe Rug. When I first set up a YouTube channel, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what do I have to do to get people to watch this stupid garbage that I'm uploading, this absolute diarrhea that I'm uploading? And there's all these like YouTube gurus who are like, oh, just do this and you'll get 1 million views instantly. Oh, just do that, you'll get 1 million views. Da, 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 da. And one of the things that they say is like, you got to do thumbnails. And this is like, I feel like I've heard this 1 million times. Like, you got to do thumbnails where you're making a very expressive face. And if you just look at this dude, FaZe Rug, and he's a kid, he's having fun. This seems like he's like that movie Blank Check from the 90s. Like, this dude is just like living every kid's fantasy of like eating hot dogs all day and making stupid videos where he goes in a helicopter or whatever. But all his videos are like him doing the most like, what? Like in every thumbnail. Ooh, eating my food in alphabetical order for 24 hours. What? I challenge professional football players to a 1v1. Uh-oh! Every face. Testing viral TikTok gadgets. What? How? Goo. Foam and smoke coming out of his ears. Eating only gas station food for 24 hours. I love this kid, like, honestly. I don't know if I want to make fun of this kid or be this kid. Testing dumb TikTok life hacks that actually work. What? The other big problem with these YouTube kids is that they have way too much money. Way too much money and thus, like, power over their friends. Even that Mr. Beast guy kind of exploits, like, totally just, like, nakedly exploits his friends. He's like, hey, keep your hand in a toilet, and the first one to take it out gets $10,000. Okay, what is it? What is this, Gladiator? This is like the social media version of like him being some weird king who just has his peasants kill each other for his amusement. But this kid, it seems like he ran out of stupid ideas, and one of his videos was he was just like throwing expensive he was just throwing expensive crap like sneakers and like iPhones and he was throwing all this garbage off of a bridge and making his friends like pick it up and like whatever, you know, hit them in the face while he was throwing it off a bridge, like they got to keep. This is, I ordered Starbucks, then tipped a new car. If you can find this thumbnail, it's like he's doing his like, uh-oh, and then like there's like this haggard This guy just looks like, what is this? What's happening? Why are you filming me? And then the other runners up, we could do like the Paul guys, Jake and Logan.
Come on, pull it!
A lot of yelling in these things. Woo! They kind of strike me. I don't know how else to describe this, but Jake and Logan Paul, they strike me as like the kind of guys you went to high school with and nobody really liked, but somehow they were just like always involved in something. You know what I mean? They're just always like there, but you're like, nobody likes these guys. How do they get into everything? So these guys do not win this prize because, you know, they're just idiots. They're just idiots. And I got no problem with that. Like, I myself am a common idiot. So for this channel, you know, the kind of stuff I talk about, we got to have somebody who's not only a dummy, but also kind of, they have to have their heart has to be in the wrong place. So guys, the award of worst YouTuber goes to Michael Knowles. This guy, Michael Knowles. He's Beyonce's cousin, from what I've heard. People are saying that. A lot of people are saying that.
Jesus Christ.
So here's a video of him that he uploaded just a couple days ago where he's talking about why he doesn't want Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
I understand that there are many conservatives who really want to prove to the left that they're not racist. But I have to promise you that the left already thinks you're a racist, and they also don't care. Pretending to love the Harriet Tubman $20 bill is not going to save you from the gulags, be they digital or otherwise.
It's kind of amazing, but in his odd world, the only reason to put Harriet Tubman, you know, this hero of Black history, the only reason to put her on the $20 bill would be some like, oh, just to... The only reason would be to prove that you're not racist. It wouldn't be because she's an actual hero. So here it is. Here it is. I'd like to present the greatest moment in YouTube.
When we say that these cultural issues don't matter, like the Harriet Tubman $20 bill doesn't matter, we give away the whole game. When we say, oh, forget about that, let's just talk about the economy. The cultural issues, not only do they not matter, the cultural issues pretty much are the only thing that matters.
Keeping Harriet Tubman off the 20, keeping Harriet off the 20 is not just a thing. It's the most important thing in our culture. Could you imagine our culture if we did that? We put Harriet on a 20. Could you imagine? I'm at the Sonic drive-thru and I reach into my wallet because I pay for cash for everything, just like everybody else does. That's the prime way of paying for things nowadays, cash. And I reach in for my 20. I was gonna see a mighty proud gentleman, a mighty proud good guy. And now look. You know, wink, wink, wink. Now, you know what I see now. Wink, 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 since they replaced Jackie. I call him Jackie. And now I look and, I get upset. I can't even pay for things anymore. I'm so disgusted by what our culture has become that I can't even finish my Snickers Sonic Blast. I'm so disgusted by this culture that we didn't stand up to this and fight this. And now I have to look at Harriet on the 20. That I can't even finish my Sonic drink that has nerds in it for some reason. Have you noticed that? Like every Sonic drink, you can get nerds in it. Like that's an option. Yeah, I'll have a coffee, just like a black coffee to go. Okay, do you want nerds in that? No. What? No.
Joe Biden in his first week decides to take on the very important issue of taxpayer-funded genital mutilation for U.S. soldiers. So he takes away...
He's talking about how Biden lifted a ban on trans people being in the military. I mean, this is obviously kind of a no-brainer. Here, I'll just read this from PBS. Transgender care costs military less than 1% of its health budget since 2016. This is probably like the best thing that the military does. Let's check in with Logan Paul real quick. Here we go.
Right before the end of Obama's administration, he decides, okay, I'm now going to permit men who think that they're women and women who think that they're men to serve in the armed forces. And somehow that's going to be really good for American military might, right? So,
how dare you talk about our troops, our mighty troops like that? He isn't this by conservative standards. He's like crapping on the troops. Actually, he kind of is. You know, this is just perfect, beautiful.
Men who think that they're women serve in the military, and we're going to force taxpayers to pay for the surgery, cosmetic surgery, to make them look more like.
What about the other 99%? What about the other trillions of dollars we're giving to the military-industrial complex? He's just mad about that 1%. 1% of the health budget, he's like super worked up about. The other, gazillion trillion dollars that we just dump into the military, he's like, that's fine. Just perfect, beautiful person.
The muscular class.
Definitely, this guy there's pretty much nothing he can do to get into.
The muscular class.
Political spectrum. Plenty of left-wingers, too, looking at it and saying, what? That's what you're spending my money on?
I only wanted my money spend it on bombing other countries for profit and for the military-industrial complex by non-trans people. That's the most shocking and disappointing part of this, that not all of those trillions and trillions of dollars are going just to bomb other countries. That some of it's going for somebody to do something that make them happy. That's disgusting. I want a breakdown of how my money was spent. Let me look at this. So like 99% went to the military industrial code. What's this 1% here? Somebody got a healthcare service that they needed. You didn't kill one civilian with this money. God damn it. I will be on my toilet. Okay. What I'm about to say, I don't mean as a joke. I don't mean as a joke. And if anybody can forward this, like clip this out or timestamp it or something like this, I'm being real here. So if you can forward this to like a psychologist or somebody who teaches psychology at a university or is a researcher, send them this video, because this should not be on YouTube. This should be being studied.
The most disturbing story I've seen on CNN in quite some time occurred over just the past few days. An 18-year-old guy, Jackson Reffitt, turned his dad in to the FBI because his dad went to the Stop the Steal rally at Capitol Hill. Maybe he was part of the riot, I'm not sure. He was certainly around the area. And so this kid calls the FBI to turn his dad in because his dad said, hey, if you turn me in, you're a traitor. I guess the kid had been threatening to turn him in or suggested he might turn him in. He says, if you turn me in, you're a traitor. And you know what happens to traitors? They get capital punishment. So this kid calls the FBI, gets his father arrested.
Okay, so I'm going to play the rest of his video. But already, think about the way he's setting this up. This is disturbing. This kid called the FBI on his dad? Let me read this from the New York Times. 2 days after the Capitol riot on January 6, Jackson Reffitt's father, Guy Reffitt, I'm just kidding, returned to the family's home in Texas. He told his son that he had stormed the Capitol, according to the FBI affidavit. Then his father leveled a threat. If Jackson, who's 18, this kid's dealing with this, he's 18, reported him to the police, he would have no choice but to do his, quote, duty, unquote, for his country and, quote, do what he had to do, unquote. It continues. In interviews with investigators, Jackson Reffitt said his father told him, quote, if you turn me in, you're a traitor. And you know what happens to traitors? Traitors get shot. So this poor 18-year-old who should just be, I don't know, what do 18-year-olds do now? Throw Nintendo Switches at each other? He should be doing that kind of stuff, filling his pool with yogurt, maybe. Maybe he should be hanging out with FaZe Rug. But instead, he's dealing with his lunatic father trying to manage and negotiate this situation, which he'll probably be traumatized for the rest of his life based on. And this goofball, this Daily Wire goofball, Beyonce Knowles' cousin, spins that the kid's the bad guy. I mean, also Andy Kaufman here calls the video "The New Red Guard." CNN flaunts kid for turning his Republican father into the FBI.
Political views. Presumably this kid is quite left-wing. And then he posted a fundraiser because his mother kicked him out of the house for getting his father arrested. And
this kid, all his father did was threaten to kill him. He's 18. All his father did was threaten to kill him. That's all he did, and this kid broke up a marriage? Come on, kid. What are you doing? We got to keep this family together because it's beautiful. This is a beautiful, perfect family. This is a good Christian family where we threaten to kill each other after we break into the Capitol and try to kill Nancy Pelosi. This is how families work.
I'm not even really attacking this kid. I mean, he's 18 years old. I guess he's an adult. And it's wrong to get your father arrested, generally speaking.
This is just part of being a father. You got to teach your kid to respect you. You know, when you go and try to kill Mike Pence, and then you come home and your kid's like, were you trying to kill Mike Pence? You're like, shut up or I'll kill you. You kind of have to do that to test, make sure the kid's a good kid, you know?
I'm not even really attacking this kid. I mean, he's 18 years old. I guess he's an adult. And it's wrong to get your father arrested, generally speaking, especially for just being a Republican.
I mean, part of being a Republican, it's very intolerant. You know what I mean? Like our culture, it's very intolerant of Republicans and right-wing people because it's like, I can't even threaten to kill my 18-year-old son anymore? What am I, living in Russia or something? Okay, Stalin. Can't even threaten to kill my 18-year-old anymore. God. Let me ask you this. What can I do? Oh, jeez. God. Blah, blah, blah. It's a crazy decision to have to make with these YouTubers. It's the choice is in your head is this the craziest person? Crazy/stupidest person? Like needs immediate medical attention person? Or the most craven opportunist I've ever seen? And those are literally the only two choices in Michael Knowles' case. It's called Trump and Melania's Farewell. And the vibe of this is, I love this. I want this to be my phone's ring and I want this to be my alarm when I wake up, just this video's audio.
All this on the day we have to say farewell to the Trumps.
He's trying to hold back the tears. Look at Oh, man.
Toilets. Toilets.
Jesus Christ.
Melania Trump came out. She gave a farewell address first. It was very sad to see this. I love Melania Trump. She is the most elegant first lady we've ever had. She makes everyone...
Oh, my God. I've been rewatching The Sopranos like a lot of people over the past couple months. And there's that thing, like, there's this character, Paulie. Probably know Paulie. He's always like, just like totally brown nosing, like kissing Tony's ass all the time. And there's a scene where Tony gets a painting done of him and himself and his horse. And then he's like, the horse dies and he's like, throw that painting away. I don't want to see that. But Paulie keeps it and hangs it on his wall. And he like looks at Tony all the time. And then he gets it repainted that like Tony's painted as a general. That's what I feel like this is. Just like the guy who you're brown nosing and ass kissing like hates you even more because you're doing it. I would guess that this guy doesn't even doesn't even pay any attention to politics besides the like notes that he gets. They're like, hey, okay, so you're gonna act sad for this segment because the idiots that watch this stuff, they love Trunk. So let's try to make it seem like you're about to squirt out some tears. And
Bye-bye.
Everyone's heart go pitter-patter. My wife will send me videos of the most...
Listen to this. This is like probably the most amazing sentence I've ever heard.
Elegant first lady we've ever had. She makes everyone's heart go pitter-patter. My wife will send me videos of Melania speaking, just say, like, oh, Michael, oh my gosh.
What?
I mean, of course that never happened, but...
What? Bye-bye.
I mean, let's just bask in this glow. Here we go.
My heart's melting. You know, she just walks out. She's so composed, so beautiful. She said something that I think it's worth thinking about as we enter the Biden administration. Not because it's any groundbreaking statement, not because it's even objectively true, but because it describes the current political situation. Melania Trump says, be passionate in everything you do.
No way. What? She broke it down like that? Wait, what? Melania said that?
In the midst of hardship, we have seen the best of America shine through.
Oh my God. I can't. It's too like heartfelt. You could tell that this is coming from a deep place from her, and I can't watch this. Coronavirus. He's also got amazing thumbnails. It's almost like FaZe Rug level thumbnails where you just gotta click on them. It says, here's a thumbnail. It says, Adios, America. And it has a Mexican flag waving in front of the beautiful White House. Oh, man. 49 minutes. Mike squeezed out of this thing. Mikey Knowles, Beyonce's cousin. We salute you, you idiot.
Toilets. Toilets.
I wonder how much they're paying him. Like, Michael Knowles, this is a message to you guys. Pass this around until Mike gets his little claws on it. We want to see your tax return. If he's not using the bathroom in gold-plated
Toilets.
then he is getting ripped off on this one. Okay, guys, before I go, a lot of people have been giving me a really hard time and really doing a lot of what they call ball busting on me over the fact that I don't have any new drops. So I'd like to reveal to you some new drops, so here we go.
Pepino Lime Gatorades in stores now. Have a delicious drink of Pepino Lime Gatorades. It isn't.
Toilets.
Jesus Christ. The muscular class.
All right, guys, just to let you know.
This is something I have a lot of problems with.
Actually, one last thing. We got another Corn Pope track. Go visit his SoundCloud. I'll put a link in the description. Now, for real.
Bye.
Here we go. They're going to come after the churches. They're going to come after the bank accounts. They're going to come after every single person, and they won't stop. All of their schemes have been put in jeopardy. They're going to come with bloodthirsty revenge. This is something I have a lot of problems with. Fetch the muscular class. Let's see it. Let's test out those muscles right now.
The muscular class.
Bank account. Every single person.
Muscular. The muscular class.
The muscular class have been put in jeopardy. We need to look more into the shenanigans and the nonsense and the tomfoolery. They know that we're the finest fighting force on the planet. They will lock us up and they'll kill us. We are the fighters. We need your help.
Muscular.
Let's see it. Let's test out those muscles right now.
It's got juice. It's got meat. It's
The muscular class.
Bank account. Every single person.
Muscular.
shenanigans, nonsense, tomfoolery, blood-thirsty revenge.
It's got juice. It's got meat. It's
The muscular class.
So you sure you don't want to be a data analyst?